Hey there! Do you want to learn English in a fun and easy way? Stories can help you improve your vocabulary, pronunciation, and listening skills. And the best part? You'll learn without even realizing it. In today's lesson, we have an exciting story just for you. So sit back, relax, and listen carefully. Are you ready? Let's begin! Imagine a little girl growing up in poverty, wearing potato sacks as dresses because her family couldn't afford proper clothes. A girl who faced hardships most people can't even imagine: abuse, rejection, and countless obstacles. But she never gave up. Instead, she turned every challenge into a lesson, every failure into fuel. Today, she is one of the most influential women in the world, a billionaire, a media mogul, and an inspiration to millions. This is the story of Oprah Winfrey, a woman who refused to let her past define her future. How did she rise from a troubled childhood to become the queen of all media? How did she build an empire that changed television forever? Stay with us as we explore Oprah's incredible journey in this success story. Oprah Winfrey, Overcoming Challenges to Success. Chapter 1: Humble Beginnings, A Difficult Childhood. Oprah Winfrey was born on January 29, 1954, in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, a small rural town in the southern United States. She was raised by her grandmother in extreme poverty. Life was tough, and as a child, Oprah often wore dresses made from potato sacks because her family couldn't afford proper clothing. Despite their struggles, her grandmother instilled in her a love for reading and storytelling, which would later shape her future. At a young age, Oprah showed signs of brilliance. She learned to read before the age of 3 and would recite Bible verses at church, impressing the local community with her speaking skills. However, her childhood was far from perfect. At the age of 6, she moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to live with her mother, Vernita Lee. It was during this time that she faced some of the most painful experiences of her life. Growing up in a rough neighborhood, Oprah was exposed to violence, neglect, and abuse. She suffered trauma that could have broken her spirit, but instead, it fueled her determination to escape her circumstances. Despite these hardships, she excelled in school. Her intelligence and strong will earned her a place in a special program at school where she thrived academically. In her teenage years, she was sent to live with her father, Vernon Winfrey, in Nashville, Tennessee. Her father was strict, but provided the discipline and structure she needed. He encouraged her education and made sure she focused on her studies. This was a turning point in Oprah's life, one that would set her on the path to greatness. But how did she go from a troubled childhood to a rising media star? Chapter 2: Escaping the Cycle, The Turning Point. Living with her father in Nashville was a fresh start for Oprah. Vernon Winfrey, a former soldier and businessman, provided the stability and discipline she had never experienced before. Unlike the chaotic life she had with her mother, her days in Nashville were structured around education, hard work, and self-improvement. He set strict rules, curfews, book reports, and a strong focus on academics. Though challenging, Living with her father in Nashville was a fresh start for Oprah. Vernon Winfrey, a former soldier and businessman, provided the stability and discipline she had never experienced before. Unlike the chaotic life she had with her mother, her days in Nashville were structured around education, hard work, and self-improvement. He set strict this environment, helped Oprah regain confidence and control over her life. At East Nashville High School, Oprah excelled. She was a bright student, passionate about learning, and had a natural talent for public speaking. She joined the speech team and won numerous oratory contests. Her charisma and ability to connect with an audience were undeniable. It wasn't long before her skills caught the attention of local media. At just 17 years old, she won a beauty pageant, Miss Black Tennessee, and was offered a job as a part-time radio news anchor. This opportunity changed everything. Working at the radio station exposed Oprah to the world of media. She loved the microphone, the ability to tell stories, and the power of her voice. Her natural storytelling ability and warm presence made her stand out. Soon after, she received a scholarship to Tennessee State University, where she studied communications and pursued her dream of becoming a broadcaster. Her big break came when a local TV station, WVOL, hired her as their first African-American female news anchor. It was a historic moment, but it was just the beginning. Oprah had broken into the media industry, but she was still searching for her true purpose. How did she transition from a news anchor to one of the most influential talk show hosts in history? Chapter 3: Breaking into the Media Industry. Oprah's first job as a television news anchor was both an achievement and a challenge. At just 19 years old, she became the youngest and first African-American female news anchor at WLAC-TV, now WTVF, in Nashville. It was a prestigious role, but Oprah quickly realized that traditional news reporting wasn't her passion. Delivering cold, objective news felt unnatural to her. She wanted to connect with people on a deeper level. Her emotional approach to storytelling was seen as a weakness in the newsroom. She often became too involved in the stories she reported, struggling to maintain the detached professionalism expected of journalists. Eventually, she was removed from her anchor position and reassigned to a morning talk show called People Are Talking in Baltimore. It was supposed to be a demotion, but instead, it became the turning point of her career. The moment Oprah stepped onto the talk show set, everything changed. She was finally in an environment where her warmth, empathy, and natural ability to engage with people were assets rather than weaknesses. Unlike the rigid format of news reporting, the talk show allowed her to be herself. She laughed, she cried, and most importantly, she listened. Viewers responded overwhelmingly to her authenticity, and the show quickly gained popularity. Oprah spent 7 years in Baltimore, honing her skills as a host and learning how to connect with an audience. Then, in 1983, she received a life-changing offer. A struggling morning show in Chicago called AM Chicago needed a new host. It was a risky move, but Oprah took the chance, not knowing that this decision would catapult her into national fame. How did she transform AM Chicago into the highest-rated talk show in the country? Chapter 4: The Oprah Winfrey Show, a cultural phenomenon. When Oprah arrived in Chicago in 1984 to take over AM Chicago, the show was struggling with low ratings. Competing against the popular Phil Donahue show, expectations were low. But Oprah had something different, an ability to connect with people in a way no other host could. Instead of just interviewing guests, she engaged in heartfelt conversations, making both the guests and audience feel heard and understood. Within months, AM Chicago became the highest-rated talk show in the city. The producers took notice, and in less than a year the show was rebranded as The Oprah Winfrey Show and expanded to a national audience. On September 8, 1986, the first episode aired, and television history was made. Oprah's show was unlike any other. While most talk shows focused on entertainment and sensational topics, she introduced deep, meaningful discussions, covering issues like racism, abuse, self-improvement, and personal struggles. People saw her as more than just a host. She was a friend, a mentor, and an inspiration. Her authenticity, compassion, and vulnerability resonated with millions, making The Oprah Winfrey Show the #1 daytime talk show for 25 years. One of the show's most iconic moments came in 2004, when she famously gifted every audience member a brand new car, shouting, "You get a car! You get a car! Everybody gets a car!" This moment became a cultural sensation, symbolizing her generosity and ability to create life-changing experiences for her audience. Oprah's influence continued to grow, and so did her impact. But with great success came challenges, controversies, criticisms, and personal struggles. Yet she never backed down. How did she overcome these obstacles while building an empire beyond television? Chapter 5: Battles, Backlash, and Breakthroughs. As Oprah's influence grew, so did the scrutiny. Being one of the most powerful women in media came with challenges. Criticism from competitors, controversies surrounding her show, and personal struggles she had to navigate in the public eye. But every time she was knocked down, she found a way to rise even higher. One of the toughest battles she faced was in the late 1990s when she was sued by the Texas cattle industry. After discussing the dangers of mad cow disease on her show, beef prices plummeted, and cattle ranchers claimed she had caused them financial harm. The lawsuit dragged on for years, but Oprah refused to back down. In 1998, she won the case, proving that she would not be silenced. Walking out of the courtroom, she famously declared, "Free speech not only lives, it rocks." But legal battles weren't her only struggle. As her fame skyrocketed, Oprah also had to confront personal challenges, including weight struggles, self-doubt, and the pressure of being a role model. She openly shared her journey with millions, from her battles with emotional eating to her attempts at regaining control over her health. Her transparency made her even more relatable, strengthening the deep connection she had with her audience. Despite the backlash and setbacks, Oprah kept pushing forward. She launched Oprah's Book Club, turning unknown authors into bestsellers overnight. She used her platform to discuss difficult but necessary topics, bringing issues like child abuse and mental health into mainstream conversations. Her impact wasn't just limited to television. She was shaping culture, influencing lives, and preparing for something even bigger. But what was next for Oprah? Chapter 6: Becoming a Philanthropist and Leader. As Oprah's success grew, so did her desire to give back. She had spent years listening to people's struggles, and she knew that she wanted to use her wealth and influence to create real change. While many celebrities donated to charities, Oprah took philanthropy to a whole new level. She made it a personal mission. One of her most impactful contributions was the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa, which she opened in 2007. She had visited the country years earlier and was deeply moved by the struggles of young girls who lacked access to education. Determined to make a difference, she invested $40 million of her own money to build a school that would empower underprivileged girls through education. For Oprah, this was more than just charity. It was about giving young women the opportunities she wished she had as a child. Beyond education, Oprah's influence extended to disaster relief, healthcare, and poverty eradication. She donated millions to causes like Hurricane Katrina relief efforts and the fight against child abuse. She also founded Oprah's Angel Network, raising over $80 million to support charitable organizations worldwide. Her generosity knew no bounds, and she encouraged her viewers to contribute, inspiring a new wave of socially conscious giving. Oprah's leadership extended beyond philanthropy. She became a voice of wisdom, launching Super Soul Sunday, a spiritual and self-improvement program featuring deep conversations with thought leaders like Eckhart Tolle and Deepak Chopra. She encouraged people to reflect on their lives, seek personal growth, and pursue purpose beyond material success. Her empire was no longer just about television. It was about transformation. But Oprah wasn't done yet. How did she build a business empire that extended far beyond the small screen? Chapter 7: Building an Empire Beyond Television. By the early 2000s, Oprah had already conquered the television world. But she wasn't content with just being a talk show host. She wanted to expand her influence beyond daytime TV. With a vision larger than any single show, she began building a multimedia empire that would redefine her career and legacy. One of her first major moves was launching the Oprah magazine in 2000. Unlike typical celebrity-driven magazines, it focused on self-improvement, personal growth, and inspiration. It quickly became one of the most successful magazine launches in history, reaching millions of loyal readers every month. Then, in 2011, Oprah took the biggest leap of her career. She ended The Oprah Winfrey Show after 25 years and launched her own television network, Oprah Winfrey Network. It was a risky move. The network struggled in its early years, facing low ratings and financial losses. Many doubted that Oprah could transition from hosting a show to running an entire network. But she didn't give up. She restructured OWN's programming, introduced new hit shows like Super Soul Sunday and Iyanla Fix My Life, and partnered with influential figures like Tyler Perry. Slowly but surely, the network found its footing and became a success. Beyond media, Oprah also made her mark in the business world. She became a part owner of Weight Watchers, inspiring millions to take control of their health. She also produced and starred in critically acclaimed films, including her role in The Color Purple and Selma. Her ability to adapt and innovate proved that her influence extended far beyond daytime television. But Oprah's journey wasn't just about success. It was about leaving a lasting legacy. How would she use her influence to inspire future generations? Chapter 8: Legacy and Lasting Impact. Oprah Winfrey's journey from poverty to becoming one of the most influential women in the world is nothing short of extraordinary. But for Oprah, success was never just about fame or wealth. It was about using her platform to inspire, uplift, and create real change. One of the most defining aspects of her legacy is her commitment to education. Through the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls, she has helped hundreds of young women in South Africa receive quality education and opportunities they never imagined possible. Many of her students have gone on to pursue degrees at top universities, proving that education can break cycles of poverty and transform lives. Her influence in media and culture is also undeniable. She revolutionized the talk show industry, proving that authentic, emotional storytelling could change lives. She created a space where people could talk about difficult issues like mental health, abuse, and self-worth, topics that were rarely addressed on television before. Through Oprah's Book Club, she turned books into bestsellers overnight, promoting the power of reading and intellectual growth. Oprah's impact extends to politics and social issues as well. In 2018, her powerful Golden Globe speech on equality and empowerment sparked national conversations, leading many to speculate about a potential presidential run. Though she chose not to enter politics, her voice remains one of the most respected and influential in the world. Today, Oprah continues to inspire millions through her work in media, philanthropy, and personal development. She has proven that no matter where you come from, success is possible through perseverance, kindness, and a deep commitment to helping others. Her story is more than just a success story. It's a testament to the power of resilience, vision, and believing in yourself. And through her legacy, Oprah Winfrey's influence will continue to inspire generations to come.